Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is fit and well and healthy and staying safe. Today, I'm going to do a stretch focusing on the quads, which is basically the front of the thighs. Only a few stretches for this, but they're nice ways of just opening everything up, and it will take it through the front of the hip, and that's another place of tension that we tend to have. So it's kind of going to be focused on the quads, into the hips, a little bit of glutes as well, so around that buttock area. So just enjoy. You're going to first start off just lying on your back and hugging your knees in towards your chest. Just a little squeeze and a little release. A little squeeze and a little release. So this is going to start off with a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. So you're just going to keep hold of your front leg, so across the front of the shin, just literally below the kneecap, and this back leg is going to slide itself down into the ground, and you're going to use a little bit of arm force to drive that knee in towards you. So I'm driving my knee towards the armpit. That is where I find there's quite a lot of tension, and then I'm going to circle it just slightly away from me, across into the center and back into the middle. So now the knee's heading towards the middle of my chest, and then gently going across back to the armpit again, and I'm finding my places of tension. So just pause when you find your next place of tension. So mine's more in the center of the chest. So that means I'm probably carrying a little bit more stress in that area. This is about trying to de-stress and demobilize the body, which automatically makes us feel so much better. It's a good way just to boost your morale and just make you feel a little bit more stylier in this strange time. So just breathe. Very important we breathe into the stretches. I'm moving my knee to the back. To the front shoulder, tucking it in towards that armpit, and then I'm extending this back leg a little bit more. And then to enhance, the back hand's going to slide down the shin a little bit lower, and then I'm going to increase that stretch. Just a couple more breaths. And then just release the leg with your hands. Extend the leg up just to free it from that bent knee position and lower it to the floor. Control. Keep that leg grounded. Pull this back knee in. Slide your hand around the shin. Drive that knee in towards you. I'm going to first of all take it out to that back shoulder. Just pause there for a couple of breaths. And then begin that circulation. So we're just taking the leg away, putting it across into the center. Taking a quick little pause in the middle, continuing that circle. And just breathe. Breath is key. Always remember the breath makes everything easier. And I'm just going to pause a little bit here in the middle. When I say pause, I'm still moving that leg through the breath, just staying in one place. Just find wherever your tension is and begin to move that knee now back over towards that back shoulder. Extend this front leg a little bit more. So as this leg lengthens, that frees a little bit more space between your hip joint. The front hand is going to slide down the shin, and then I'm going to go deeper into this back, this knee to my back shoulder. So stretching deep there. 3 breaths. Continue to exhale really deeply. Pull the shoulders back away from those ears. Carrying no tension in the shoulders. Free everything. And on the next breath, just gently slide that knee back, free it, arms down by your side, take the leg up high, and lower it back down. From there, just roll yourself over onto your side, facing me. And you're going to bend this front knee, so this top leg, and catch the back foot behind you. Once you've caught the back foot, try and drive the heel deep in towards the bottom, but don't let the knee come forward. Try and close your knees together so the thighs stay in line, and then subtly push your hips and pelvis a little bit further forward. Allow your shoulders just to gently fall behind and use the strength of that front arm, so this top arm, to drive that thigh into a stretch, pushing the knees together, hips forward. A couple of breaths. And then just release that leg. And then bring yourself over onto your tummy. Drop your head and hands down. We're going to also bend this leg again. So you can catch it here, slide your knees together and go into that same stretch, but it's a little bit deeper in your tummy. If you want to make it harder, wriggle your fingers in towards the ankle, flex that foot. You can extend that back hand, lift your eye gaze, your chest and your head up, and then gently lift that thigh up. If you wish, float the arm and pause there and just breathe. You can stay with your arm down or you can stay here. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Go deep, 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 deep into the stretch. Inhale, exhale, and then gently drop it. Release your hands back underneath you. And then I want you to simply roll over and then turn your back towards me. Bend your top leg, catching the foot with that same top arm. Keeping hold of the foot, push your knees together and drive the heel in towards your bottom as you lightly push your hips forward and slide the shoulders back. And it's not a big move, it's a small move. It's a subtle change. You're just feeling that front thigh really engaged. Couple more breaths here. And then gently release the leg, roll back over onto your tummy once more, and then repeat that stretch on the same leg, catching the foot or wriggle to the ankle if you can. Stay here, just drive the heel in towards you, pushing your knees together, thighs and hips down. Try not to open your knee, or if you wish, extend the front arm, lift, look up, lift the chest, and then lift that back thigh, or lift the arm and take it into floating half boat. Find your place. Breathe, squeeze, hold it, whatever level you are. Take 1 more deep breath, and then gently release. Carefully bring your hands underneath your shoulders. It's quite a strong extension to your lower back, that one. Just carefully bring yourself into a quick cat stretch. Child's pose or a cat stretch. So if you want to come into a deep child's pose, just drop your bottom into your heels and extend your arms in front of you, or if you're doing a cat stretch, just curl the spine. Suck the belly in, and then everyone just gently come out onto your hands and knees and roll yourself up onto your knees. So 1 more stretch. We're going to take this, start with the back leg, step forward, and you sink your hips down. So I've literally just dropped down into this stretch. The knee at the back stays above the ankle, and this knee is right behind me. Now, if that's uncomfortable in your knees, please either get a big, thick cushion underneath the kneecap, or sometimes if you put the cushion on your shin, it takes the knee off the floor completely, or a block, which is what I tend to use in classes. So find what works for you. And all I want to do is just focus on the front of this thigh. So naturally, you're going to stretch this back thigh, and you can bring your hands down in front and just bend the elbows and work down there. Some of you might comfortably come down onto your elbows. You can take your foot for a little walk wider if you wish and turn your toes to the back corner of your mat. Some of you might comfortably rotate onto that back foot. So you can see I'm rotating and the knees pushed away. It's your stretch, you find what works for you. I'm happy here because I'm very, very tight in my hip flexors, especially with all the running I'm doing. So it's making a massive difference. So I'm just going to stay on my hands, bend the elbows and drop down and open that back knee as best I can and just hold that breath. So 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. Go that little bit further. And after your second breath, if you're on your elbows, carefully come back up onto your hands. Wriggle the foot back in. Push yourself back up. And then take it to the other side. So step that leg forward, sink your hips down. Make sure that back knee is as far back as possible and your knee is above that ankle. Bring your hands inside and just breathe into that hip. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, bend through the elbows, sink down. You might want to take that back knee a little bit further away. Close your eyes and just breathe. Stay there for a few more breaths. Keep extending through the spine. Take one more breath, and then if you're on your elbows again, come up onto your hands. Just carefully bring yourself back up. Slide that knee back in. And then carefully put your hands to the floor, tuck your toes, walk your hands to your feet. Always pause in a forward fold. And then soften the knees, and then just roll yourself carefully and slowly all the way up to standing. And as soon as you come up to standing, just lift your chin up last. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. So we're lifting up and squeezing back. Stand tall, open your palms. Take your weight equally on both feet, and then inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, swoop your hands down, give yourselves a bow and a little clap. And those are fabulous ways to de-stress yourself to start the week. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.